So good morning, students. Our next topic is pointers. The next topic is pointer. So before the start of the practical demonstration with the help of programs, I'm just going to explain the definition of pointer. What is pointer? So pointer that allows a function or a program to access a variable outside the preview of a function, or we can say that a program. So in fact, using pointers, your program can access anywhere or any memory location in the computer memory. So first use a pointer that makes the program execution fast, because in that case we are directly calling to the address. So first program I'm going to explain, that is the pointer. With the help of pointer, we are just going to assign the value as well as for address. We are basically passing the address. So in that case, in the case of pointer, we use two different operators. One is operator that is multiplication. Another one is, these two operator we use for when we are talking about the pointers. So first, that is specifically for the this is passing the address, passing a reference variable where we are just going to pass the pointer or declare the pointer, or we can say that this is our asterisk operator. And second one, that is ampersand. So ampersand, that is specifically for the passing the address. So first program I'm just going to explain, that is so suppose we are start the program with the help of main function. So main, after that we just start our compound statement. So first we have to declare the pointer. Suppose here is a pointer ptr, and we are having another variable that is x10, and we are having another variable that is y. So in this case we just declare the three variable. One is pointer, another one is x, and third one is y. So there is no difference between all these three variables. So first we have to declare a pointer, because we are talking about the pointer. So how we can declare the pointer? With the help of star. Now this variable act as a pointer. When you just you just write the multiplication operator, or we can say that asterisk operator, on that time that variable act as a pointer. So here integer is a type of pointer. So now next step is pointer is equal to ampersand x. Here we are just going to assign the address of x to the pointer variable. Next step is, suppose we are just going to write y is equal to pointer. Here we are just going to point the address or value to the y variable. So next step is to print the value. So we just write cout value of variable x is equal to x. Here we are just going to print the value of x. Then after that we are just want to print the value or address value of pointed to by pointer variable, that is equal to star ptr. So in this case we are just printing the value for pointer variable as well as for x variable. And now next step is to print the address. So here I am just going to print the address of variable x. Here we use the ampersand operator for printing the address of the particular variable. Now, if you want to print the address of y, you just write same as it is address for variable y ampersand y. So it will show the address of y variable. This is a simple program for explaining the pointer. So basically, what is pointer? Pointer which holds the address of another variable. Address of another variable for of same data type. You can see here there is same data type, that is integer for both all of three variables. So address operator, what does it mean? Address operator, that is specifically for the that return the memory address of the its operand. And there are multiple way to explain, or we can say that express the pointer variable. So this is the way to print the value of x, and this is the way to print the address of particular variable. So our next program is pointer to another pointer. In that case, we use two different pointers for assigning a value. Or if you want to print the address, you can print the address as well. So how we can assign one pointer's value to another pointer? First, we have to declare a variable. So suppose here we are having the variable a, and the value for a, that is 100. Next step is to assign the pointer. So we just declare the pointer 1 and pointer 2 as well. So we just declare two different pointers, pointer 1 and pointer 2. So our next step is to assigning the value to a particular pointer. So pointer 1 having the address of a, and pointer 2 is having the address of value of pointer 1. So this is a way to use pointer to an other pointer. So this is an example of pointer to an other pointer. Clear? So next step is to use the pointer arithmetic. So pointer की definition, that is that holds the address of another variable. That holds the address of another variable, but of same data type. So that means we have to assign a same data type to a pointer as well and another variable as well. So next we have that is the arithmetic pointer, or we can say that pointer arithmetic. So that is pointer arithmetic. So pointer arithmetic, that means we are talking about our different operators. Different operators, like whether it is plus, whether it is minus, whether it is increment operator, whether it is decrement operator. So these four are the arithmetic operator that we use to specifically for the pointers. So what's the basic definition for arithmetic pointer? That is, in the case of integer type, if we are talking about the integer type pointer, suppose in the case of integer type of pointer variable, if pointer variable is incremented, then address of pointer will be incremented by the address, space specifically. So this is because of integer value that takes, suppose integer value takes 2 bytes, then it will add 2 bytes in your particular address, if we are taking the example of integer type variable. So therefore the increment of address will be in two position. I will explain with the help of program. first we just start our main function. Now next step is to declare a value. Suppose one variable a that having the value of 9, and we are having one pointer that is ptr. Here we are just going to assign the pointer. Here we are just going to assign the address to this pointer. How it will assign the address? With the help of assignment operator. With the help of assignment operator, we can assign the value from right to left. And in the case of right side, we are having the address of a. Address of a that assigned to this particular pointer variable. The next step is suppose we are going to here just print the value of print the address of pointer before increment. So here is a pointer. It will print the address of. Then after that we just print the pointer. We will use increment operator here. Increment operator, that is plus plus. Then after that we just print the value, or sorry, address of pointer after increment. Then pointer. Then get ch and close the compound statement. So this is a way to assign address to the particular pointer. So how it will work? So it will print the address of incremented. So suppose it will suppose the before address is we can say that address is 9abc4. Suppose this is the address of your pointer variable. So before incremented, it will show suppose this address, and here we are using integer type variable. Integer type variable, that means we are talking about the suppose 2 byte. Then it will increment by 2 address space. 2 address space on last digit. Then after incremented, address of pointer, that will be 9a, b, c and 6. So after incremented, it will show the this address. So this is a again way to use your increment operator as well. So next time, according to the data type, the address space incremented or decremented. If we use decrement here, suppose here we just use as compare as here we use the pointer incremented. If we use pointer decrement over here, then it will decrement by 2 bytes. Then address of the variable, that is 9abc2, that will be decremented by 2 space. So this is a way to where you just use the arithmetic pointer as well. So we will use arithmetic pointer in another way. So before going to explain the another arithmetic operator with pointers, I'm just going to launch first full question for you. The illegal way to declare your pointer variable. So last again the incorrect option. So correct option for a second question, that is C. We are talking about the increment part or decrement part. that depends upon the data type. If we are using integer type, that means incremented by 2 byte. If we are talking about the float, on that time incremented here by 4 address space. Or if we are talking about the character type variable, if suppose here we just declare the character type pointer, so on that time that means we are talking about the 1 byte. So incremented and decremented, that if you want to increment the operator or decrement the operator, that depends upon the data type of the or type of the pointer variable or another variable. So next step is used to arithmetic operator with pointers. Arithmetic operator when we are talking about the plus or minus, because here we use the plus incremented and decrement operator. Now next program is specifically for plus and minus operator. So we just start our program from main, and here I am just going to declare a variable pointer 1, pointer 2, and pointer 3. Suppose I am going to declare here 3 pointer, and the data type of a pointer, that is same, that is integer type. So first suppose I am going to pass the address to pointer 1, address of a variable. Now next step is to print the address pointer for pointer 1. Now we are just increment the pointer value pointer 1 plus 2. Here we just use the arithmetic pointer, that is plus operator. Then after that I just want to print the address of pointer ptr2. Then I'm just going to use third pointer for decrement. In first I'm just use that is plus operator, and second that is subtraction. Then after that print the address of pointer 3. Address of pointer 3. Then hold the output screen and close the compound statement. So this is a way where you just use the pointer, or we can say that arithmetic pointer, where you use plus operator and minus operator as well. So next we have the different memory locations. So after that we are having the memory allocations, whether we are talking about a static or whether we are talking about the dynamic memory allocation, because we are having two different types, static and dynamic. So when we are talking about the dynamic memory, that means that is specifically for execution time. For execution time as well. So we are having dynamic memory management. That is DMM, that is dynamic memory management. They tells for we can say that explain for the allocation and deallocation of a memory at execution time. So we have two different operators for that. Two different operators for using this dynamic memory management. That is, one is new operator and second one is delete operator. So new specifically for allocation the memory and delete that is for deallocation. Because in previous we just assign the memory or allocate the memory to the particular variable, but we did not use our for deallocation the memory. So here we are just using with the help of new operator to allocate the memory and delete operator. These all are the operators. New is a keyword and delete is also a keyword. Both are keyword that is specifically for using the dynamic memory management. So suppose here I am just going to explain with the help of program. Where I am just using the pointer type variable float, and PTR is a pointer variable where we just write the star operator before the pointer. So this is our declaration part, declaration of pointer. Or now next step is to allocate the memory to a particular pointer. So here we just use new, and here just we write the type of memory. So new for allocation of the memory, and next step is so suppose PTR is having the value of 10.5. Here just we are not going to enter the value by the user. We just predefine the value that is specifically for this pointer, and now we are just going to print the value pointer PTR. Here we just print the value of pointer, and now next step is to deallocate the memory. So we will use delete for pointer variable. So this is pointer variable that deallocate the memory at this step. First it will allocate the memory, means allocation of the memory. And second, at the last it will deallocate the memory. So next, hold the output screen and close the compound statement for this particular program. So allocation of memory block of most of the, if we are using integer type, that means 2 byte. If you are using float, that means you are talking about the 4 byte. So it will allocate the memory that depends on the data type of the variable. So our next topic, that is pointer related problems, because we are facing some problems for while allocation the pointer or while declaring the pointer. So we have some possible problems with use of pointer. Use of pointer. So in that case, first we have the first problem that we face, that is problem of dangling wild pointer. This is our first problem that is related to pointer. So the most common problem with pointer is that the program that fails to initializing a pointer with a valid address. So if the programmer assign a value to such pointer, the value will override the value will override the program or operating system. We can say that or operating system instructions. So and the computer program that shows undesirable value. So the behavior or many even crash on that time or stop responding in that time. So this is our first pointer related problem. Second, that is problem of null pointer assignment. Problem of null pointer assignment. So what does it mean, null pointer? So in that case, one particular situation we have that happen is when the pointer and points the address 0, so which is called null. For example, this may happen that if the pointer variable is declared as global, and since global variable are initialized to 0. For example, in that case, we first declare pointer as a globally, then after that we just use our main function, and here we just print the address of pointer, that is star ptr, then get ch and close compound. So in that case, the value will return as a 0 because pointer doesn't have any value. So that is called the problem of null pointer assignment. Okay. So third we have we have problem of memory leak. So what does it mean, memory leak means? So and in the case of memory leak, that is a situation where the programmer fails to release the memory allocation to or memory allocation of runtime in a particular module. So in this case, new operator that assign a memory, but user cannot deallocate the memory. User cannot deallocate the memory. On that time, this problem will be occur. Suppose in one program we use new operator for assigning the or for allocating the memory to a particular variable, but we did not use the deallocation of the memory. So that is the delete operator. When we are not using delete operator, on that time it will occur memory leak. For example, suppose here I am just going to declare pointer type variable, and here I am just going to use pointer as a new. Here we use a dynamic memory allocation operator, that is new, and after that I'm just going to assign a pointer type variable to value and print the value specifically. So in that case, our third problem will be occur, because in this case we just use the new operator, but we forgot to use delete operator. So this is a third problem that is related with the pointer, where we use new operator for allocation the memory, but we just miss the delete operator for deallocation the memory. So next we have, so before next I'm just going to launch another pool question. So hurry up, students. So now our next pointer related problem, that is so our fourth pointer related problem, that is problem of allocation failure. Problem of allocation failure. So what does it mean? So that means allocation failure is a situation when a when a program through new operator that requests for a block of memory and the operating system could not fulfill the request of the programmer, that because of the insufficient memory may not be available in the free pool for memory. That means operating system is just not fulfilling the accurate memory to the particular pointer. In that case, we use new operator as well for allocation of the memory in this case, and we use delete operator for deallocation of the memory. But our operating system just miss, or they suppose they are having the insufficient value to assign the particular pointer. So that that fourth problem occur on that time. Suppose if I am going to take an example for this. So float is a type of pointer variable. Here I am just declaring the pointer, and I'm just use pointer is equal to new operator for allocation the memory, means for allocating a memory, means we are here we are going to request to give the memory space as for specifically for float, means 4 byte we are just going to request to the operating system. So next that is pointer is going to assign the value, that is suppose 10.5, and here I am just going to print the value for this pointer and use delete for the particular this pointer, that means for deallocation the memory, and get ch for holding the output state and close the compound statement for this given program. So this is the example. Here we use new operator as well for requesting the memory, and delete operator we use for deallocation the memory. But our operating system, we don't have any sufficient memory to assign this operator. So on that time, our fourth problem will occur. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you about the pointer to an object. Pointer to an object, and second that is specifically for this pointer. Because there are another way to declare your pointers. One is for pointer to an object, one, and second that is this pointer. Again, this is a keyword we use for pointer. So I'm just going to tell you about the definition for this pointer. So this pointer is hold the address of an object, holds the address of an object, particular object. So whose member function is invoked. So definition for this pointer, that is this pointer that holds the address of the object whose member function is invoked. Okay. So pointer to an object, that means once a pointer is initialized with an address of an object, so then its member function that can be accessed using arrow operator, using this operator. So this operator, this one, that is not this operator. So this operator that is specifically used when we are talking about the pointer to an object. Again, I am going to tell the definition for pointer to an object. That is, once a pointer is initialized with the address of an object, then its members that can be accessed using arrow operator. Okay. So first I'm going to explain pointer to an object. Before the start of pointer to an object, I'm just going to explain. I'm just going to explain how we can just create the class, how we can call the member function on a class, how we can declare or how we can call the object of the class. So when we are talking about the class, we must write class before the start of class. After header files, here we are just declare our header files. After header files, we just start with the help of class. So here class is a keyword. We have to write a class keyword first, then name of the class. So suppose name of the class is suppose test. Name of a class is that is depends upon you. Whatever you want to be create in a program. Suppose we want to find the cube of a number, we want to find the database, we want to enter the database for particular student, we want to create a program for banking system. So you just write the name of the class same as it is the name of the program. So here just I am going to take example of test. So class is a keyword and test is a name of a class. So after that, there is no semicolon, no colon, no comma, no any single operator after declaration of class. Okay. Then after class, because we are talking about the classes and object, and that means we are talking about the C++. So when we are talking about the C++, that is bottom up technique. C is top down, and that is bottom up technique. Why we are saying it's a C is a top down approach and C++ is a bottom up approach? Because in the case of C, we just declare our main function at the topmost after header file. We just write the main function. But in the case of C++, we write main function at the end of the program. That is why we are saying C++ is a bottom up approach. Bottom up approach, because we just declare our main function at the end of the program. So here we just declare the class and test. So class again is a keyword and test is a name of the class. So after that, we just start our compound statement. So after that, we are having different access specifiers, whether we are talking about the private, public, and protected. These all are our access specifier. Before going further, here just I am going to declare some variables in a class int a comma b comma c. So by default, these all are the private. By default is a private. Then after that, we have to use public. These both are the keyword as well, private and public. Then after that, we just declare or define the function. So suppose void is a type of function and get is a name of function, and here I am just going to pass some arguments to this particular function, and here I am just going to assign a value. Then after that, I am just going to show all the values. So write C out A, B, and C as well. Then close this function and close the compound statement for class. So whenever we are talking about the closing the class, so when we close the class, that means after the compound statement, we just write the semicolon. We just write the semicolon. That is the indication of closing the class. That is the indication of closing the class. So after that, we just declare the main function. So main function, then after that, suppose yes, we are having the function and we are just declaring the object, or we just can say that we are just creating the object. Here we just create the object. So obj is a name of the object, and we just pass the pointer variable because we are taking the example of pointer to an object. So we just declare one object as a pointer. Then after that, passing the address to the pointer. Here we are just passing the address to the pointer, or we can say that initialize a pointer with address of object. And now we are just going to pass the value with the help of which operator, that is arrow operator. So arrow operator that get the function, because we are having get function for input the value and get that contain value for three variable 10, 20 and 30. Then after that, after taking the value that x, y, and z, we have to print the value for a, b, and c. So that means we have to call this function, that is show function. So call the show function with the help of pointer as well. Pointer, then after pointer, just use one arrow operator because we are talking about the pointer to an object. So after that, get ch and close the compound statement for this main function. So this is a program that's specifically for object to and pointer. Here, how we can say that first it is bottom-up approach, because when we are talking about the execution of the program, first that compiler goes to main function, and main function is end of the program. Then after that, it will check. We are having one test. Test is a name of the class, and we are having object of the class. Then we are having test pointer, because now here we are just talking about the object to the pointer. Then after that, we are just passing the address. In third, pointer is equal to ampersand obj. That means we are just initializing pointer with address of object. Then after that, we just want to assign a particular value to the particular variable. So here we just use pointer as a variable, and next that is operator, that is specifically for to an object, and get is a function name. You can write any name for any function, and passing the value for 10, 20, and 30. That is for 10, 20, and 30. Then after that, we have to show the result. We just call the show function. Then after that, get ch for holding the output string. So this is all about the object to an pointer. So after this, I'm just going to launch another pool question. So, okay, students, take care. I'm just going to end this lecture. So, okay, take care, students. Bye.